Did you sense a difference with within yourself after the show and how you lived your daily life? Like, what do you think you took from that experience, right? 11 days later, in one instance, it seems like, well, geez, I was, less than 2 weeks ago, I was here. You came back a
Yeah.
changed person, or at least a more competent version of yourself. Like, oh, I actually know what I would do in these situations. I know who I am. How did it change you after the show?
Um, it's a good question. That's a good question. I don't know if I've been asked that one too much because, like, I'm in a constant stage of change. Like I say to my wife, I'll come back a different version. I'm just not sure which one. So I think I'm always. I must have been given this kind of. I guess I'm equipped with the ability to adapt quite quickly.
Mhm.
When I grew up as a child, I mean, I only did, I think I did 10 years of schooling, but I did it in 8 different schools
Mm,
because we moved around quite a bit. My father was a minister of religion, funnily enough. Um,
interesting.
yeah, yeah, and so he would be, told he needs to do this church, he go to this church. So we just shifted all the time, right?
Yeah.
That makes you as a young person where you're the new kid at school just about every year. You need to adapt quickly, man, to adjust. Otherwise, you're just not gonna survive, right?
Yeah. Yeah, for
So
real.
yeah, so I think those even as a young child, I was used to change. I was used to adaptation, and then I'm now on a journey where I'm trying to become, I guess, as most people would say, their better self, right?
Hmm.
Uh, and I didn't have, like in the case of Noah where he was told to build an ark. I wasn't told that I was going to do anything except I was told I was going to be made a little bit famous. So there's a difference to being made a little bit famous than pursuing the fame. I think there's two different things, right? I
Yeah.
was kind of pushed into it rather than chasing after it.
Yeah.
And I think that's all makes a difference. So when I come back, am I a different person? I'm probably a different version of the person that I'm wanting to become, because
Mhm.
I'm look at me, man. Like after 8 years on this journey, I've now become a Nepalese guru. So it's like, even with those guys, I say to them, listen, I'm a guru to you, but to my wife, I'm just her husband.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? People
Yeah.
see me still as Tarzan, even though I shaved my head because of the guru gig. If you're into the Bible a little, and I like the Bible, it's got some brilliant stories. There's some really good stuff in there. There's some stuff I think that's been tampered with, but hey, that's another debate, right? But there's some stuff in there that is absolute gems. And I do really find like there's a lot of good stuff in there.
Yeah.
If you've never read the thing, you should have a read. Just treat it like a book and have a good look.
Yeah.
There's a thing in there that I think for me has become resoundingly true, right? I become all things to all people.
Mm.
For what reason? In the Bible, it says, I become all things to all people so that I may win them for the kingdom of God.
Mm.
What I say, and I get a bit emotional, so you'll bear with me.
I'm with
Um,
you.
yeah, man, this is the gold. These tears are the thing that is actually, if you've watched Survivor, you'd have seen me cry quite a bit. On All Stars at the end of it, they said, "Hey Tarzan, you've cried 187 times on the show. Can you give us one more?"
Get that close up of the tear, right?
Can you give us just one more? Sure, why not? Um, I become all things to all people. So, and I just rephrase this a little bit for my own lifestyle, right? I'm not trying to get you to believe in anything ever. I'm not a guru. I'm not Tarzan for a purpose that I can change you. You change you. You decide who you want to become. If I've helped shed light on something in your life that actually brings an enlightenment to you, then I have become all things to all people so that I can help you to regain the consciousness that you are manifested as a creation of the Creator.
Mm.
I want you to get back in touch with the essence of who you really are and what you were meant to be. That's it. I'm not into religion.
What's interesting is that sometimes there's different roles that we play individually, but you're
Mm,
the same person. So like you said, you're just the husband and wife to your partner. You're
mm,
a guru to some people. You're the TV guy to others, right? And
exactly.
there's all these different roles or hats that you can wear, but
Mm,
ultimately at the same time there's the ability to whoever you're out there and whoever's absorbing you or being
mm,
influenced by you, it's hopefully they get what they need out of the
exactly.
interaction
Mm,
or what you're putting out there, right?
mm,
It's the idea is like you can only control the output. You can't control the outcome. You can't control or to say, well, now that you're seeing this, this is what I want you to think and believe. People will
mm.
try to do that. It's actually kind of human nature in a way to
Yeah, sure.
influence. And, but at the same time, if
They
you
call
can
them
just be,
influencers.
what's that?
They call them influencers, right?
Right, right.
It's a big thing now.
Do what I do, right? I drink this, I do this, right? I'm in a better place than you are, so
Yeah.
therefore you should follow me. And at the
Mm,
same time, even if we just break it down to the bare minimum, it's are you living your life in a way that you're true to yourself in whatever
yeah.
chapter version that you're in, and other
Mm,
people who are observing you, what if
mm,
anything are they gleaning from that or taking from that that can have an impact in their life? Some of our greatest teachers can even be those that we see going, oh, I don't think I'd ever want to do that. Oh, I don't think I'd want to be that person.
mm,
That
mm.
contrast
Sure.
of both wanted and unwanted is really integral to our life. And especially if you can look at life through that lens of wanted, unwanted, looking at that and saying, I like that. Oh, I wouldn't want that. It can be
Mm.
helpful.
Absolutely. I think, see, in the interim between that, between the first one and All Stars, I've also now got the role of Kiosk Kev working for the largest reality TV show in the
Mm,
world. Celebrity Get Me Out of Australia with Ant and Deck and like, so that happens in between. Just in the energy around the fact again is that the God of all says, I'll make you a bit famous. Here's this. Now this. Now when I went for that audition, they asked me to audition for it. And when I did, the first thing they said, they wanted to cut my hair short and shave my beard off.